Hey YouTube, it's your girl Jasmine, and today I'm going to be showing you how I do a basic application of acrylic. Next video, I am going to get more into doing ombre and marbling, but today I just wanted to be the simple basic acrylic application and how to structure a nail. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get it. Alright YouTube, so today I'm going to be using a finger that I got from my local supply store. You can get these fingers off of Amazon, but from my local supply store, I did get mine for, I think I've got like 100 of them for $35, $35 to $50, but I know it was 100 of them that came inside of the pack. And again, excuse my nails, I did have to clip my nails down because I thought I was going to be braiding my hair, but I ended up doing something totally different. So I actually clipped my nails down for no reason. So I'm mad at myself about that. But first we're going to start by, pull my sleeve up. We're going to start by removing the shine from the natural nail. And we are removing the shine from this natural nail because we want the tip to stick. And the shine, when I say removing the shine, I mean remove all the oils from your natural finger. So I'm just going to get in there. Usually I will use a sanding bit. I'm going to show you guys. A 180 sanding bit to remove the shine with my e-file, but I'm just doing it manually with the hand file because I don't see a reason to do it like that. Alright, and today I'm not going to be using a curved tip. I am going to be using a straight tip. So this is one of the tips this is a straight tip that I got off of Amazon. I will put the description of the tip below in my box. Okay, so this is a 6, but I feel like that's too big. So I'm going to go with a 7. And if the 7 is too small, then I'm just going to file down the 6, file the sides. Okay, that's a lot better. That was a little bit too much glue. Okay. I would say, like, with these right here, put the glue on the tip before you, don't put it on the nail of these things. These fake fingers. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little bit more glue right here because I want it to stick. And be mindful, like, when you're doing your client's nail, because I used to do this a lot. I used to put so much glue on their natural nail tip, and they would actually have, like, a nasty, crusty nail because I put too much glue. And then sometimes the glue, like, you could put a lot of glue, it don't be drying. But I am using KDS glue. I got this from Amazon. I will put it also in my description box below. And I'm just waiting for this nail to dry. Alright, you guys. So it took me about 5 minutes to get that nail to stick. So when that happens, when you're with a client, I would say just go to the next nail and try to glue those down, because I'm not gonna play. I don't be playing with the nails when it comes to the glue not sticking. I'll come back to it and I'll file off all the glue, gently file off all the glue, and change out my glue stick and put on another nail. Put the tip on. Okay, so you see that I got the tip on. I cut it down to my desired length. So now I usually take the hand file in a 180 grit, and as you can see where the tip and the natural nail meets, I'll file that down to blend it. I usually use a hand file, but I am manually doing it so I can show you how to do it. And then you will want to file those sides in. You don't want any sides to be poking out of your nail once you lay the acrylic. All right, and then I will file the nail in. And the reason why you want to file your nail in is because people usually don't really like bulky nails, so we're just filing it in. And you see the tip came off again, so I'm gonna just take some glue and see if this works. Hopefully it don't give me no trouble. All right. Okay, so usually after I blend the tip, I will go in with some primer. This is Mia's Secret nail prep. Well, nail prep and primer. But this is the nail prep by Mia's Secret, and I'll just, not too much, but just go over the cuticle with that. Well, the natural nail. And then after I do that, I will use the primer from Mia's Secret. Acid free. I do recommend acid free because it doesn't burn the client's natural nail, and I'm just gonna go over it with that. Alright, you guys, and I don't know what color I want to use because I think I'm gonna use black. I feel like that would be like a good color to actually, you know what? Alright, so I decided to go ahead and use nude acrylic from Chisel and my Glitz and Glam monomer. Since this is only one nail, I don't know why I put so much monomer in there, but I'm still going to show you guys. So first we're going to start with the first bead. And with the first bead, I do like to put it right here where the natural nail and the tip meets. So in order to do that, I will have to pick up a big bead of acrylic. And you want to make sure you keep the acrylic in, well, bring it in and bring it down. You don't want to lay the acrylic fat, because if you do, then you just filed the nail tip in for no reason, basically. So I'm just bringing this down. Keeping it in. And then, well, you can, There is so many different methods of doing nails. You can have a 1 bead method where you just take 1 bead and go all the way down. You can have a 2 bead method. But me, I have the 3 bead method. I like using the 3 bead method. So that was 1 bead. The second bead, I'm going to go right above the first bead. And this bead is not going to be big at all. Like, you want it to be a small bead. Like, that's perfect. And I'm just wiping my brush on my paper towel so that my brush don't be too wet. And I'm just patting the top of it, going around patting the top and then bringing it down. All right, and then the last bead is the cuticle bead. So this is the bead that's going to go around here. That's the cuticle. And this bead is not going to be big at all. It's going to be small. And just pick up enough so you know it will fit around the cuticle area. And then you're going to push it back. Push it back into the cuticle. Push the top part of the bead back into the cuticle. And then bring it down. Just like that. You can see it has a nice apex. And it's missing, some acrylic is missing right here. So I'm going to go back in. And you don't want any acrylic to go underneath the nail. But you see how I'm fixing that up real good. And then it's missing some acrylic right here too. So I'm going to go back in and put some acrylic right there. And you see how that nail has a nice structure. It has a apex, and then it's going straight across. Like it's perfect. So now that's the application for the nude. Now I'm going to use my Mia Secret clear acrylic powder. That nude powder was with Chisel. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but that was with Chisel. And this is with Mia Secret. So I'm just going to pick up a bead. I'm going to show you the exact size bead that you need. Like, that's perfect. And I'm just drying my brush off the other side. And I'm putting it right where the cuticle is. Patting it around. And then bringing it down. You don't want to use too much clear acrylic or your nail is going to be bulky. I feel like I used a little bit too much. So you might want to use, well, yeah, you do want to use a little bit less than that. But I am going to show you how you can file it down and save your nail. But the thing about doing nails, you want to do everything perfect the first time so you don't have to go back and do it again. So I'm just going to go with a little bit of acrylic at the tip. Just a little teeny tiny bit. Right at the top of the cuticle. The bottom of the cuticle. And I'm just going to go around this cuticle one more time. This is usually like a one-step process, but like I said, you want to use one bead that's good the first time. You don't have to go back and do this. Okay, so we see that we still have that apex, and the nail is damp, is almost, you know, perfect. Well, it is perfect. And then I'm just going to do my brush like this. That's basically cleaning all the acrylic off of it. All right, so, oh, that was my phone holder. Get that. All right, so now you see that we have the structure of the nail, and you can see the shape of it, but we want to bring this shape back in because you can see that it's giving like fat right here a little bit, and then it's going back skinny. So I'm going to try to get it as straight and skinny as I can as possible. So I'm going to show you how I do that. And I'm not filing this nail hard because this is a fake tip and I don't want it to fall off, and then I'm going to have to do the video all over again, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going in. And you want to make sure you're looking at the nail from all angles, not just one angle, because if you look at it from one angle, you're not going to be able to see the other angles. And we also, you see that the nail is thin. We do want our nails to be credit card thin. Like, we don't want it to be thicker than a credit card. And when you file, you want to make sure that you do not, you're careful, and you do not want to cut your client. I usually tell my clients to hold their hands like this so this is basically me telling them to hold their hand like this so I can actually see what the tip looks like, and then I go like that to make sure it's straight and go across. Yep. And then I do go over it with the file just to make sure all the lumps and the bumps are out. Alright, and then I do take my dust. I just call it a dust thing. I forgot what I call it, what it's called. But oh well. So, as you can see, that's how the nail looks filed. And I'm going to be actually showing you how I go in with my 5-in-1 bit. And I'm just dropping everything today. I'm so sorry. Sound like somebody doing a drive-by shooting. But So after I file with the hand file, I do not a very high speed, but like a medium speed. Like, you could tell once you like get used to your file, you want to smooth out the nail with the 5-in-1 bit. And I do always stick my pinky out, and I go around the cuticle. Like, when you stick your pinky out and you're actually like having more control over what you're doing. So we're gonna go around the cuticle. And then go down. You don't want to file too much. That, like, I'm lightly going down, like, no hard pressure at all. Alright, as you can see, that's the application right there. And the next step I will be doing, and that was my Melody Susie file. I have had it for about a year now. Well, probably like 8 months, I would say. Almost a year. I'm going with my buffer. And I did learn a good trick off of TikTok. I'm gonna show you. You can go with some cuticle oil and put it over the nails before you buff it. Like, this I noticed that my nails come out so much shinier and smoother when I do this. So I'm just gonna take some cuticle oil and I'm gonna put it on the nail. Not a lot of cuticle oil. And I'm gonna buff it. And you want to make sure your nails don't got no lumps or bumps in them. Ooh, ooh, it's giving. I'm gonna just turn it to the side. And then after this part, I would tell my client to go wash their hands after I buff. You just want to make sure you buff real good. Buff the sides. Buff right here. And there's no need to rush while you're buffing, because you want your nails, if your client is paying for the nails, you want your nails to be perfect. So there's no need to rush. And buffing is really, really important. Like, that's like one of the most important steps in laying acrylic. Alright, so I'm gonna wash this nail off and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is how this nail is looking. So now I'm going to use a top coat. This is called The Best. I did get this from my local nail supply store. I honestly like it. It's a shiny top coat and it lasts a long time. And when you tell your client to wash their hands, you do want them to wash their hands with a brush, because that's going to get all the dust and everything off of their nails from around their cuticle. And because you want to get ready to put this top coat on. This is how this looks. This is called The Best. And I'm going to sit there and let that cure for 30 seconds. Okay, so as we can all see that the nail, it does have body. I'm sorry. It does have body. It does have an apex. And it is credit card thin. So yeah, I want you to get a real good look at it, YouTube, because it's looking really good. Alright, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank y'all so much for watching and supporting me throughout my nail journey. I really appreciate it. And if you can, please follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is @dramaticnails. That's DRAMATIC.NAILSS. Again, that's Dramatic Nails. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until then, I'll see you next time.